Hello and welcome back to my channel Lady T. My name is Nathalie and today we are going to dive into the last episode of the Lion Song called episode 4 Closure. I'm really excited to see what this is going to be about. Wiener Neustadt train station. The final passenger we have to pick up. Oh, and I have to do something. Conductor, given that the train has stopped just for me, the dispatcher seems awfully calm that I'm not boarding. Looks like I'm the only one departing. Wiener Neustadt. I haven't been here long, and I'm leaving again already. It's time. What was my compartment again? Where is my blaster ticket? What compartment did it say? Was it a 9? I must be in the wrong car. Is this... Oh, excuse me. Not the right one. Good day, Oh, I'm sorry. He seems quite engrossed in that book. I'm not in the mood for a conversation anyway. I just want to find the right compartment. Empty. Definitely not my compartment. Oh! That was a 6, not a 9. This is the right compartment. Is this seat taken? How far are you going? All the way to the end of the line. Aren't we all? Good question. The Lion Song, episode 4, Closure. What? Oof. Ow! I believe this is yours. Thank you. I think this book fell out of your luggage. Oh, thanks. Yours? Thank you. A photograph of a few students. You must have dropped it. Your photograph. Oh, yes. Thank you. Excuse me. Traveling far? What do you think? I'm headed south for a vacation. Haha. Is there any news? No front page, only local news. Anything about Vienna? There's an article about an exhibition opening. Franz Market, the portrait artist. Portrait artist, you call him? How about the genius? The shooting star? His art has so much truth to it. A former professor at the mathematics faculty at the University of Vienna. Zala, the mathematician. Yes, that's what it says. A concert at a muziekverein. Arthur Gaben. An Arthur Gaben musical production. Yes. Do you know him? I met him once. He came to our village. All of 3 stories. Excuse me? Yes? What brings you on this train today? Same as you, I bet. Excuse me? That photo, who are the people next to you? That's Professor Rekniczek in a class. Her? First woman lecturer in mathematics at the university. That's me in the front there. She was one of the best lecturers I had at the university. The university has women lecturers. A position wasn't official, but Professor Nenner invited her to speak often to his classes. She tutored students as well. I had no idea. Professor Ragniksek was funny too. She always managed to make us understand highly complex concepts, and she told great jokes too. About a year ago. That way the change can be maintained, forming a new state over time. They're not knocking, I think they're clapping. Theodore, did you understand what we just heard? You didn't pay attention again, did you? No, I did. But it was far easier to follow Professor Nenner's lessons. Oh, don't pretend. Professor Ragniksek is an exceptional teacher, even as a substitute. Look here, it's easy. Look here. See, it's easy. I don't think that's what she meant. What? Oh, wait. No, that's wrong. Actually, it was... And then you just do this. I didn't pay attention to a lesson, but even I know that this cannot be correct. What? Oh, wait. No, that's wrong. Can we just give up? I don't know what I have to do differently, people. Over, under, pull it tight. What? What? Oh, wait. No, that's wrong. I don't know what to do then. What do you want me to do, game? Just tell me what you want me to do. You just keep doing the same thing. Do you understand now? Are you sure you understood What? Oh, please, for the love of everything, just tell me how to do it then. This is so annoying. I don't know what she means either if you don't tell me where you exactly want me to click. Because I just keep doing the same thing, game. Again, game, if you're not going to tell me what to change. You just keep giving me the same thing. Okay, there we go. The destination of the secondary change is the inverse function of change. Okay, game. If you want me to do something, then make it a bit easier to change things. What? Imagine a dog that really needs to pee. What? Just listen for a second, would you? If a dog pees, the liquid will be gone. That's genius. Oh, for crying out loud. I wasn't finished, you blockhead. Oh, right. Go on. So Ragniksek's theory basically asked the question, can the amount of liquid change but stay the same? And the question is answered by the secondary change. If the dog drinks water while peeing, the amount of liquid would stay the same. Hence forming a new state over time, a Ragniksek state. I think your explanation is all wet. I give you higher mathematics, you give me puns. Why are you being stupid about it? Oh. Well, I'm just here for the jokes. And that is what separates us from other sciences. We are looking beyond how something appears. We look for a deeper truth about the world, in everything it is and everything it could be. That reminds me of a joke. A theologian, a physicist, and a mathematician watch 3 people go into an empty room. After a while, five people exit the room. The theologian explains, it's a miracle. The physicist scoffs. Clearly there's been a measuring error. Finally, the mathematician proclaims, If another two go in, no one would be in the room. Haha. I confess I don't understand. Maybe not, but she did change a lot at the university. I remember when my cousin wanted to study physics. Many months ago. May I help you, sir? I'm here to speak to a member of the Radius. Are you indeed? They are a private gathering and are not to be disturbed, especially by a student. Fine, then I would like to use the lavatory, if that is alright with you. Surely not, I will not be fooled again. It's very important that I see the Radius. Young man, you are not getting in that room unless you pass a test. I've had some bad experiences in the past. Very well, what is your test? Tell me the names of 3 members of the Radius. Professor Rauch, correct. Professor Shell. There's no Professor Shell in the Radius. Of course there is, that's who I want to see. There's no one by that name in the Radius. Good day. Wait. Oh, I meant of course Professor Ragniksek. How could you forget Miss Emma? I don't know. She's the heart and soul of the Radius. Lovely woman. And Professor Worm. Correct. Well, may I enter now? No. What? Why not? I passed your test. Well, perhaps. But no, you called Fräulein Emma by the wrong name. So you mustn't know her very well. Which means I will not let you enter the Radius. Please leave now. What's wrong? Can't you find the door? Fine, I won't bother the Radius. But I'm hungry and thirsty. I would like a seat. You would not send away a paying customer, would you? Of course not. Thomas? Could you show the gentleman to a table? And do keep an eye on him? Certainly. Follow me, mein Herr. Here we are. Take a seat, I will be right back. Ha! I don't think so. Now I just need to get past him and into the Radius. Just to walk by. Hold it right there, just go in. You are not allowed in there. Damn it. I don't need to go to the toilets right now. Should avoid drinking too much coffee though. Oh, how? Then how are we going to go in there? An old man unmoving. Maybe he's dead. Oh, that's Victor Adler, leader of the Social Democratic Party. If I weren't in a hurry to meet Professor Rexick, I would go and introduce myself. Well, he's all the way down there now, so... Just go in there! Just run for the sake of everything. I do, if you put on a waiter's thing. They are debating, or arguing, not sure. Oh, I've seen the man on the left before. He was part of a rally in front of the university the other day. What a beautiful woman, but quite a dull-looking companion at his side. He must have a lot of money. Looks like my old boring French teacher. He's reading a book, not ordering anything, just taking up space. Make way for the young, I say. Please, just sit down. Or leave. The waiter showed me to the stable, but I've no... I'm trying, but if you... Excuse me? Excuse me? Excuse me? Yes? I'd like to order cake. Certainly, what would you like? A piece of such retort, please, right away. Oh, quickly. Finally, yeah, go in then. Thank you for the love of everything. New man. Quickly, go. And who do we have here? Oh, I do believe that is one of my students. Theodore, isn't it? That's right, Professor Ragniksek. Welcome in. What can we do for you? Excuse me. Professor Rauch? Is that you? Yes. Oh, but you're not smoking. Have you given it up? No. I have a cold I can't seem to shake. I hope you get well soon. Theodore, it is good to see you. I apologize for bursting in on you like this. What can I help you with? Where's Professor Nana? I don't know. He's been missing for a while now. Yes? Sorry. I have a favor to ask of you. Oh? I have a cousin who wants to study physics at the university. Bravo, but why come to me? Maria is a girl. A woman. Almost a woman. Then I understand all too well. Is she bright? Like the sun at midday. She wants to follow in the path of Marie Curie. Bright and ambitious then. Please tell her to come talk to me. I promise I will do whatever I can to see that she is allowed to enroll. Thank you, Professor. Thank you. Good day to you, Professor Zala. Good day to you too. I wanted to speak to Professor Ragniksek. Do I look like Professor Ragniksek? Please conclude your business with her and leave. Professor Iwick always stays awake during his evening seminars. Now I know how he does it. He naps in the afternoons. I rest my case. I must return to Serbia soon. Chugakjovek. Why? Politics. What has a mathematician to do with politics? I will remember to ask that when I get there. How long will you be gone? I doubt I will be coming back. But who will I argue with? What will I do? I wonder if you would do me a small kindness. What is it? My cats. I cannot take them with me. Would you take care of them? Your cats? I will try. Thank you. It's not easy to have to leave them behind. At least I will have something to remember you by. And argue with. Okay, well that was what I wanted to talk about. So now I shall leave. A photograph of members of the Radius. An image of Professor Ragniksek is attached to it. The table is full of tableware and an empty bottle of wine. Well, you did what you came to do. Professor Ragniksek's vote was all it took. The faculty would grumble and wave their arms as usual, but in the end the professor almost always prevailed. Maria was allowed to enroll. She was an actual professor. Not officially, no, but that's what the students called her, and even some of the faculty members. A remarkable woman. I remember when she was leaving the university to write this book. Several months ago. Professor, why must she go to Manchester? Because my students all need so much attention. Where would I find the time to write my book? Well, I for one don't want to accept this change. I'll miss you. I will miss you all too. We need something to remember you by. I would have thought the mark I gave you on your last exam would be enough, Richard. Something to remember by. Oh, a photographer! You should take a picture! However, that man is currently talking to the photographer. Professor? Yes, Theodore. When are you leaving? The day after tomorrow. So soon? Yes. Manchester is eager to have me, and I'm eager to work on my book. But never mind that. I'm here with you to spend one last day with my students, so let's enjoy it. What about Professor Zoller? We're working together on a new proof. But you're leaving. I think communication through mail will be easier for both of us. Written formula is so much quieter than yelling at one another. Have you heard from Maria? Of course, she's the smartest she claimed. She's incredibly invested in her studies. Professor, you would do well to follow our example. Professor! I'm teasing, Theodore. You also are a talented student, of course. Of course. If you'll excuse me. You are such an inspiration to me, Professor. You were a wonderful teacher. Lucas set off some of your snapbangs in her honor. I'd set off a stampede. Maybe we could have some sort of keepsake. I'm trying. Hello, boy. Good morning. Could you and your father move? He's busy. I can see that, but I really need to talk to that gentleman. That's a photographer. Yes. You will have to wait, just like me. Wait and wait and wait, and I get it. Can you help me? I'm bored. If you get me something to play with, maybe I'll help you. I don't suppose you like vegetables. Heck no! You can just wait, you know. That's apparently what good boys do. I think Lucas is something that might entertain the boy. Lucas? Yes? Could I have some of those snapbangs? I don't want to cause a riot. There are always police patrolling. Don't worry, it will be fine. What do you want them for? It's complicated, but I don't need many. Maybe just 5? Alright, but I don't have a lot more after that. Thank you. Be careful with them, alright? Of course. Of course, of course, of course. Hello, boy. Good morning. Here, I have something for you. What are they? If you throw them on the ground, they go whoosh. Oh, gimme, gimme, gimme. But you should only throw one at a time. Ah, where did you get that? That's enough. Let's go. Well, did not go as I hoped, but at least no riot. And now I can talk to the photographer. No achievement for that. Excuse me? Yes? Could you take a group picture of me and my friends over there? Of course. Just gather everyone together in front of the camera. Professor, a photographer. How about a picture? Perfect. A secondary change to maintain the state we're in right now. Bam. Whoosh. I wonder if everything will change now. "321 kilometers to go. That's pretty damn far. I haven't talked to Theodore. Excuse me. Yes. Never mind. But why not? Excuse me. Yes. What brings you on this train today? Me. My family. I'll be sending them money. That's very noble of you. I'll finally be able to help support them. Excuse me. Do you play the harmonica or only polish it? Do you know any other songs? I know one. I could try. that piece, the Lion Song. Wilma Dorval composed it. I know it as well. You couldn't walk across the university without hearing someone rehearsing it in the music school, or humming it on the way to class. She's my sister. Oh right, and Mozart is my uncle. I can usually tell when someone is lying to me. I think our friend here speaks the truth. Nonsense. Look at his clothes. A farmer's idea of dressing well. Tell us about your sister. Wilma didn't always live in Vienna. She grew up on a farm with Mama, Papa and me. But one night that all changed. Tell us. If you please. A few years ago. Well played, big sister. We have to hurry, Otto. Papa told us to be home before 10. I'll collect the money. The young one plays well. Wilma is self-taught. And she writes many of her own songs. What's that you say? She's elf-taught? Do you think I'm daft? I suppose elves made a violin. She taught herself to play. And Papa bought a violin in milk. Oh, oh. Well, here then. Thank you. I'm glad you liked what you heard. Send your sister over, boy. I have something I'd like to discuss with her. If you enjoyed the songs, could you spare a few kronen? That isn't all I want to enjoy. She plays the violin for money, that's all. Now pay up or shut up. Watch your mouth, Twig, or I'll snap you in two. You just try it, Big mouth. So, my songs are meant to soothe, not sour. I'm sure Otto and my papa and my 3 uncles would not take kindly to anyone who spoiled the mood. She's right, there are fearful little dolls. Don't you want her money? No, I don't want your dirty money. As you wish. More to buy beer for me. You could have used this money, Otto. Yeah, but we have standards. I don't recognize him, and he looks like he should have at least some coin on him. This is Professor Caben. He has an offer for Wilma. And what do you want with my sister? Young man, I assure you my intentions are honorable. Oh? I'm Arthur Caben. Here's my card. As you see, I'm a professor of musical theory from Vienna. It was only by chance that Professor Caben stopped at the inn on his way to Salzburg. He was very impressed with Wilma's songs and told us he would try and arrange a scholarship for her at the institute where he taught. It was a dream come true for her, one our parents could not have paid for. She must have been thrilled at the opportunity. She wasn't, though. Our farm and the village were all she knew. Vienna sounded big and terrifying. What was it like growing up with a prodigy like Wilma? A prodigy? Wilma? She was years older than Mozart. Most girls her age were already married. Okay then, what was it like growing up with your big sister? Well, of course big sisters are given to younger brothers to tease. She could hear music even when none was played. I guess it came from inside her. She'd close her eyes and listen, lost to the world. And naturally you were respectful of that. Well no, it was the perfect time to steal a violin and hide it. Several years ago, I'll show them that I can play too. Alright. It's right there. I just need to wait for the right moment. Becky and Wilma should not be able to see me. I need to get closer. Find a violin of your own, Otto, and then steal it from yourself. Okay. Can't believe I'm helping you steal a violin. Otto! But I got it! I'm telling you, it wasn't easy. It took skill and daring to steal that violin. Where did you hide it? Oh, someplace out of the way, but safe. I didn't want anything to happen to it. Again. Did you take up the harmonica because of your sister? I guess I did in a way. My papa gave it to me. I'm not very good at it. At least not as good as Wilma. There was always music in her. I sense another story. You ask a lot of questions. I'm a journalist. Well, at least I was. There isn't much more to tell. It was after Wilma got a violin. We don't have much, so naturally, I was jealous. Oh, this looks so cozy. Well done. Many years ago, both of you. Let's sing again. Haha. Wilma, what is it? Did we miss a note? No, you played it as written. We sang it as written. Here we go again. Then what is wrong? Can't you hear it, Papa? This passage here. And now clouds float. Clouds? The notes are so boring. But we always sing it like that. I want to sing it the same way. But it's boring. Now hold on, both of you. Papa, you need to play better notes. Can't you hear how exciting it could be? Show me. Me? You play, Papa. Not Wilma. Let your sister try, Otto. Fine. It's alright. Show us. Like this? That's very good. The notes don't have to be so well matched. Each can have its own life. Aha. Go on, keep playing. Wait. Then we should change what we sing too. Oh? What do you have in mind? I can come up with something too. Let's see. Bug's having fun. And she's playing all wrong. Otto, you will not sing that. And my papa is strong. And we're happy when the sun's out. And flowers have sprung. Alright, you can sing that if you want to. Now Wilma, play. There, can you play it like this? No, You're right. The violin is yours, Wilma. Keep it. Play it. Make your music. Poor little Theodore. Otto. She trembled. Looked down at the violin in her hands. Her eyes were shining. That was the beginning. I wonder when I'll hear another concert. There will always be music, my friend. Even here. 104 kilometers left. I haven't finished talking to you, I think. Franz Margaret, you know him? Yes, I know him. And his work. Quite well, as a matter of fact. Although we've never met. Ha! I knew it. The fraud. A few months ago. Humming. This copy is coming along nicely. Great to showing my latest portrait this evening at the salon. I'm very proud of you. A tough subject, as you see. I'm sure you captured him or her admirably. Margaret himself and another exhibition? More work for you, Paul, old fella. Thanks for inviting me, Margaret. Hold it right there. Oi there! He's right behind me. I need to hide somewhere. You won't escape this time. Stop, Weber. Sir! You dropped your painting. How can this be? Hold it right there. You keep it. What is it? It's one of mine. Stop, Weber. This is a misunderstanding. Okay, I do have to guard. Okay. Just keep going. Nicole! Oh, have you seen that little girl? Oh, she's running away again. All I have seen is an angel standing right in front of me. Excuse me? You're beautiful. Sir, I ask you about a little girl, Nicole. Ah, so it was your gorgeous voice echoing through the street, calling me here to you. I take it your name is Nicole then as well, my dear. My name is Paul. How good for you. Now, have you seen that good-for-nothing Nicole? Now that you mention it, I did see a little girl. Which direction did she go? I could tell you. If you tell me your name. I don't think so. Halt! Oh! Remember me? He's right behind me. You cannot escape. They're blocking my way. Stay right there. Don't worry, officer. I can't run away. You got me. What am I supposed to do with that? Don't you dare move. I don't know. Oh my. Well, that's what you deserve. I encountered the markets often, but I was beneath their interest. I was invisible to them. Probably because I'm not a very outgoing person. I decided that should change. So you are a street artist. You copy famous paintings for the tourists? Something like that. Margaret's early works weren't as Sophisticated as his later portraits. It feels as if he were an overnight sensation. I like to think the people around him, his patron great Larnixek, and even I, in my own small way, helped him evolve so quickly. But you mentioned Marco took no notice of you. We were never formally introduced, but I made my presence felt. A few weeks ago. You're bald. I wonder, is this the right place? That's Franz Ferdinand there. No, that can't be. He isn't too fond of new art. It's probably just some snob then. Oh, there's Margaret. Can that be Larnixek, the critic? Of course that is Fraulein Larnixek. Everyone knows her. You oaf? What did you call me? Who's that person? A failed artist? Or a beggar? Maybe both. Is that Wilma Durval? Certainly not. The young lady accompanying Professor Caben is a new prodigy. Over there, Gustav Klimt. Tee. Yes, this is definitely the place. Such a distinguished audience. Dressed like this, I'll stand out like a donkey among racehorses. I need a disguise. Clothes make the man. I don't think anyone would mind me borrowing that jacket. Oh dear. And who might you be? A collector. Of what? Lies? Well, but then again I do not care. Just so that you know, they'll kick you out if you keep wandering about in these clothes. Wearing additional coats won't help me to fit in. One of these might serve as a stylish scarf. Yeah, almost couture. Excuse me, I seem to have misplaced my glass. Here you go, mynheer. Cheers. Herr Klimt? Yes. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. And yours, Herr Weber? Paul Weber. Oh, yes. How do you know Franz Margaret? Well, I discovered him. Were you not here when I introduced him? I'm afraid my aunt was terribly sick that day. I'm sorry to hear that. Do you know who Margaret's latest subject is? He wouldn't tell me, but we shall see in a few moments, won't we? Please excuse me. Good evening. Madame, good evening. Do I know you from somewhere? You don't remember me? I'm terribly sorry, but I can't recall your face. I'm sorry. I can't seem to remember where we met either. Well, if you do, please enlighten me. I need to find out more about Fräulein Larnixek. My dear Gustav, yes? Please excuse me. Oh, okay. It doesn't look like the unveiling will start anytime soon. Maybe the waiter will have some information? Waiter. You wouldn't happen to know something about the guests here. What would you like to know? What is Fräulein Larnixek like? She's a genius if I ever saw one. Painting is easy. What? But distinguishing art from the mundane? I'm not sure I quite agree. And real from fake, that is hard. Well, if you put it that way, some imitations are indeed quite good. What? You must have missed my point entirely. Never mind. Can you tell me something interesting about Margaret? I'm afraid the answer to that request is no. Do you often work at events like these? Yes, when I'm not serving at a cafe. I try to focus on events of cultural significance. How can you tell what's culturally significant? Oh, you must be joking. Just look at the people that are gathered here. The crème de la crème of Vienna. The last time I saw them all in one place was when I waited tables at Herr Klimt's birthday. Ah, interesting. It is, isn't it? Well, thank you. Klimt's birthday. Fräulein Larnixak must have been there as well. You again. Did you remember where we met? We met at Gustav's birthday party. Oh, there were so many there. You must excuse my hazy memory. It's no trouble. What did you want to speak to me about? I was wondering about what you've been doing lately. Oh. A rather personal question, wouldn't you say? I'm sorry, it's just that I look so forward to your critiques. Aha. Well, was there anything else? Tell me about... Marco, just between the two of us, do you know who his latest subject is? You will see soon enough, will you not? Nevertheless, from what I hear, he or she was a challenging subject. I can tell you that it's someone you're quite familiar with. Oh, most interesting. Was there anything else? What about who Margaret will paint next? Who knows? He is a driven person, there can be no doubt about that. It is hard to predict what will next pique his interest. So I've noticed. I'll leave you be. Excuse me? About your birthday party. We spoke at your birthday party. We did? Do you remember discussing our upcoming collaboration? Oh, you mean modeling for the nude group painting? Oh, yes. I will get back to you regarding my schedule. Please do, I'm in desperate need of more cherubs. That was close. Please excuse me. I think they're about to start. Keep painting, Margaret. We can make a fortune together. You are an art dealer. I sell paintings, yes. Here's my card. I'm always pleased to welcome new patrons. Yes, and I've sold a couple of yours already, Herr Klimt. Since none of us know what tomorrow may bring, I may as well confirm what you already suspect. I'm a forger. You copy an artist's work and sell it as an original. Only fine art on the stand. There is so much drag on display these days. I copy only the best. You've copied more than one Margaret, I take it. How could I not? Margaret was a dream come true. I copied several of his earliest works. I sold them to rich tourists who knew no better. But you've decided to concentrate on your own inspirations? Inspiration? Shall I list for you the artists whose work was only discovered after they were dead? I'd rather not wait for my rewards. My mistake. What were you going to say? He outgrew both himself and, unfortunately, me. Ladies and gentlemen, please gather around. It is time for the unveiling of France's latest work. Who will it be? Any ideas? His subjects are from all classes, all walks of life. It's impossible to know. I hope it is a man. It's said he has affairs with all his female models. What you mean is, you hope he paints you. Well, of course I would be. Honored. That's the choice I made. Game, you got it right here. Why did you get it right in the second episode? I knew at once there was no way I could copy that. Have you seen his most recent paintings? Yes. His work has turned darker of late, as if the light were going out of the world. Interesting. 22 kilometers left. Gentlemen, you have done the impossible. You have taken my mind from my destination. I thank you. Not so fast, you were a journalist. You must have a story to tell. Alas, it is a short one. I wanted to write, but my family was against it. The Baron's son must naturally be in the military, so I couldn't continue writing. I wish I had a story like one of yours. All four of us are certainly headed for a story of some kind. Although yours will be somewhat different, I think. How do you mean? We three are enlisted men. 5th Army here. The same. 5th Army, yes. Headed for the camp west of the Turina River. But you are an officer. 6th Army, yes. It's that obvious? Not only that, but you boarded the train at Wiener Neustadt. The military academy is there. Considering my former profession, I'm ill prepared to be a soldier of any kind. Considering I'm a farmer, I could say the same. I've drilled, but I've never led anyone into battle. How do you inspire the courage necessary? What do you say? Wilma listened first. You can obviously do that. He's right, there would have been no stories. You drew them out of us. I think leadership must be like learning. You learn more by listening than talking. Otto, you are going to war to support your family? It's why Wilma left home. Now it's my turn to help. But I have no talents to speak of. It doesn't take much talent to point a rifle and pull the trigger. Or you might think, young man. I'll tell you this. I'm no coward. I'll be at the front of the charge. Think about what you just said. If he wants to die, let him. Yes, your sister had talent, but she did not just waltz on top of the stage. It took time and effort to become where she is now, but in the end she fled home all the same. All opportunities squandered. I gave my word. I'll fight until my last breath if I must. Playing the hero. What's wrong with that? Your blood is like fire in your veins. Yes, it feels like that. Is that wrong? It's not, but you must prepare for what's coming. How did your sister prepare for writing a song? She faced the fears head on. She never accepted any help. But you're not alone on the battlefield. You stand between everybody back home and chaos. You must protect Wilma's song. That song will remind you of hope. Of family, friends, loved ones. I won't let them down. You will if you rush heedlessly into enemy fire. You cannot be thoughtless. To be thoughtless is to be blind. Blind? I don't understand. You must stay alert, stay aware. You've been in this situation before. Your story, the man at the inn where your sister played. Even though your family would have needed the money, you stood by your principles and your family's honor. You didn't let the anger get the better of you. I was very tempted, yet you remained calm. You make it sound so easy. It's not. It's the most difficult thing there is. Wilma's choices seem to have had great influence on your life. Even watching from the sidelines, I was changed. Will you think about what I've said? Yes. Yes, I will. Paul, why are you on this train? I'm not interested in hearing your platitudes. You help me, let me help you. You can't. Why? Tell me why you enlisted. I didn't, Lieutenant. I was drafted. Theodore, why did you enlist? Because war is madness. Oh, that makes so much sense. How do wars start? Greed for wealth or land? Fear of those who are not like us and therefore must mean us harm? Revenge for a zealot's bullet? And you think you can stop all that? Probably not. Not by myself anyway, but I thought I could at least try. I know that sounds foolish. You want to stop war by going to war? Yes. Who makes the decision to make war? Politicians, not soldiers. If more politicians spent time facing an enemy bayonet to bayonet, maybe they would try harder to find another solution. A solution? Like you did with that photo when your professor was leaving. Instead of lamenting, you took change into your own hands. Precisely. You sound very passionate about this. And naive, I suppose. Your sincerity is obvious. Your professor taught you well. I wouldn't call her disquieting herself sincere. I understand why she did it though, of course. Do you? How do you mean? There might be more truth in that disguise than you can see. I've given it a lot of thought. I want to inspire the people, but I don't know if I can do that. You have courage. I see it in you. You see more in me than I do, naturally. Just like Ragnick's. How so? Wouldn't you call it brave that your professor took over Nana's classes? Yes, of course. Extraordinarily so. But how am I brave? You're putting your life on the line for your beliefs. And what if people listened? How do I know that what I'm proclaiming is what's right? You're a scientist, are you not? What of it? You can't know you're right, but when there's new data, you adapt your theory. Ragnick's did in the duel with Zala, remember? She could have destroyed his career, but something changed in that lecture hall. She acknowledged his efforts and respected him. Yes, together they accomplished so much more. I wish I could be as sure as you are. You studied mathematics. You understand odds? Of course. I would bet on you. I'm sure your professor would too. It does sound like something she would do. Based on all you've told us, it seems the changes you brought were not just for her, but for everyone. What do you mean by that? She did not just focus on her own theories. She changed something in others around her through her teaching. And I can too. We're almost there. Then I must change. My man must see me in uniform. We're coming to the station. Where's Paul? He just left after you did. I don't think he'll be joining us at the front. He won't if he gets shot deserting. He must still be on the train though. I will go and look for him. Why? Soldiers, did the man pass through here? No, sir. Carry on then. Yes, sir. Paul? You're leaving us. Are you going to try and stop me? You don't think much of yourself, do you? My turn to get psychoanalyzed, Dr. Freud. It doesn't take a Freud to know you. I'll die out there. Maybe. Maybe we all will. But if you run now and you're caught, no maybes. You will die. The police caught you before. This time I won't run. I will hide. What makes you think you know me, son of a baron? We are all questioning ourselves, aren't we? But think about it. Margaret confronted his battles head on. What battles? Did he fight someone with a brush? And God? He painted his greatest critic. Touché. The train is slowing. Will you sound the alarm? No, it's your decision. We were right. You will make a good leader. I'll do my best. Please leave me now. I have a decision to make. I'm glad you reconsidered, Paul. Gentlemen, we go to different battles, but I would be proud to have you in my command. I will do everything in my power not to fail my men. If I fail them, I would be failing you. My name is Albert Vogel. Everyone calls me Bird. Paul Weber, Otto Dorfel, en Theodor Lechner. A Lion's Heart. In 1914, shortly after the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, men were drafted. It was the beginning of the First World War. Otto went to war to defend his family and his country, but he got to see his parents again. Oh, thank God. Paul stopped running away. Committing to something for the first time in his life, he returned to Frida. And a few years later, the commitment turned into a small, happy family. I'm glad for you. In the 4 years of war, something inside of Theodor changed. Pursuing a career in politics, he swore to prevent another war at all costs. It wouldn't work, but... For a short amount of time, Wilma's music was a huge success. She was the darling of all Vienna. Her life in Vienna never matched her dreams. After too many disappointments, she returned home. Her broken heart never mended. One late autumn afternoon, a woman stepped into Leo Bordeni's inn. She sat down silently. When asked what she'd like to have, she smiled and answered, "A plate of your world-famous dumplings, Leos." Yay! The music that brightened the early years of the 20th century fell silent after the outbreak of the war. Franz Margaret must have done something to change his grandfather's mind. He began climbing again soon after his grandson's success. Or he found a wife, a new one, second one. Franz became a central member of a new art movement in Vienna. His unique view of the world inspired many across all disciplines. Franz was drafted 1 year after the war broke out. In a brief quiet before dawn, he drew the lays of his comrades. In 1918, Gustav Klimt died, marking the end of an era. Emma Reckniczek moved to the United Kingdom, accepting an offer to become lecturer for mathematics at the University in Yorkshire. Throughout the 20th century, many scientific discoveries were credited to Emma's proof of the Reckniczek state. Emma kept writing to Nicole for the rest of her life. Nicole found she didn't hate quite as many things as she used to. During the war, the University of Vienna was transformed into a military hospital. The lessons continued to be learned wherever students and their teachers could meet. The First World War came to an end in 1918. The total number of military and civilian casualties amounted to more than 38 million lives. There's so many lives that were destroyed. It's just a bit hard to think about, even though we have it in numbers. That was closure, that was a lovely ending, even though it's also very sad. But I will let you listen to the music. beautiful. I should buy the thingamabob, the whole playlist. Let's take a look at our decisions. 44% didn't take the money either. So 56 people did. 56%. I mean, you won't take money from that kind of scum. I mean, if they're like that, just leave it. Have some self-respect. 85% weren't able to escape police either. Oh, you can escape the police. Well, I'm sorry, okay? 79% also used snap banks at the market. I thought that you could also talk to the father, but I discovered a bit late and then I already had the snap banks. 40% also encouraged all of the men. Of course we will encourage them. Why wouldn't we encourage them? Okay. 57% of all soldiers mobilized in First World War were casualties. Okay. This is not something that I have to do with, right? So this was the Lion Song, a very impressive game. I like that they kept the World War thing at the end, or on the last episode. I really liked that last episode. It was very strong, because it was just a train ride, it was nothing more than that, but just hearing their stories and their sides of it, and hearing everything just come together, and of course the beautiful music at the end. It was a very powerful game, for as simple as it was, for as short as it was. I'm not going to go through it on this channel again just to get all the achievements. I think I got a lot of them. But I highly recommend it if you want to get other accomplishments or other outcomes yourself that you play through it yourself. I'm really happy with how episode 3 and episode 1 turned out. Episode 2 I'm not even going to mention again. Thank you for watching. Tomorrow we are going to continue with another series. The first Barker and Lane game. And I will see you hopefully tomorrow. And if not, if this is the last series that you're going to watch on this channel, then thank you for watching and thank you for the time you spent with me. Have a lovely weekend, or a lovely day, or whenever you're watching this. Goodbye.